Hey everybody, it's Emerald Man 1994 here, and Metroid the Other M is coming out very soon. It comes out August 31st, and if you guys are like me, and you like to play games, the game series in the order in which it happened, in the order in which it would happen in a timeline, then that means you guys are like me, and you're doing it the way it should be done. You should play Metroid Prime 1, and then Metroid Prime 2. Not Metroid Prime 3, then Metroid Prime 2, then Metroid Prime 1. No, you should not do that. So, I'm here to say that, well, Metroid the Other M is in between Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. And it's as you guys know, Metroid the Other M is a heavily story-oriented game. It's going to be big. It's going to tell a lot of information, how this happened, how that happened. You know, if you guys play Metroid Fusion, you'd be like, wow, how did this skip from Super Metroid to Metroid Fusion? Like, what am I missing? I have to be missing something. Well, Metroid the Other M will tell you that. So, if you guys are like me and you like to play things chronologically, in the order in which it would occur on the timeline, I'm going to give you the timeline. And I'm going to tell you the story and how it goes. And I think you guys should really be interested in this because it explains how to play the games, in what order. Okay, here we go. First you start off with Metroid NES. Metroid NES is set in the year 20X5 CC. The original Metroid game chronicled bounty hunter Samus Aran's first encounter with the vicious parasites known as Metroids, which were controlled by the evil space pirates under the employ of the Galactic Federation. It was up to Samus to infiltrate the planet Zebes and destroy the Metroid menace. The adventure culminated, which was apparent in the destruction of the space pirates' leader, Mother Brain. It wasn't until the end of the game that Samus was revealed to be a woman. Now, after that came a game called Metroid Zero Mission, which it's not really necessary to play. Metroid Zero Mission is a Game Boy Advance game, and this is exactly the same as Metroid, the NES, but it has better graphics and enhanced controls and more. And it's basically the same. Samus defeats Mother Brain, but there's a new part of the story which you don't need to play because I can just tell you this right now. During her escape attempt from the planet, Samus' ship was shot down, and and she lost her power suit. She had to infiltrate the space pirate mothership and escape using an enemy's shuttle. Samus' unarmored attire became known as the Zero Suit. So that's how the Zero Suit came into play. So really, after Metroid, the next game you need to play is Metroid Prime. Now, if you don't have Metroid NES, you can always just get Metroid Zero Mission instead, which is what I would recommend. But I did Metroid NES because I wanted to have that classic feeling and play it. Metroid Prime for the GameCube. 3 years after the events of Metroid and Zero Mission, Samus pursued the space pirates to the planet Talon 4. She discovered the pirates were attempting to harness the power of a poisonous substance called Phazon. But after a long struggle, which ended in the destruction of the terrifying Metroid Prime, she put a stop to the operation. Unlike previous Metroid games, Metroid Prime featured a first-person perspective, but it retained the exploratory gameplay and numerous ability upgrades as its 2D predecessors. The game was developed by Retro Studios. After Metroid Prime, you may think Metroid Prime 2, but that is incorrect. After Metroid Prime is Metroid Prime Hunters for the Nintendo DS. A strange message was heard in the minds of some of the galaxy's greatest warriors, calling them to a dead sector of space with the promise of ultimate power. Samus was sent to investigate the matter, but it turned out to be a hoax. Samus encountered several other bounty hunters during the mission. They're playable in the game's multiplayer versus mode. Now it's Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the GameCube. Light and darkness collided when Samus visited the planet Ether. Not only was the planet split into two parallel dimensions, one of light and one of darkness, but Samus encountered a shadowy being which was essentially her doppelganger, Dark Samus. With the aid of a race called the Luminoth, Samus was able to reunify the planet, defeat the evil creatures called Ing, and overcome Dark Samus. After Metroid Prime 3, after Metroid Prime 2 is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption for the Wii. Taking place 6 months after Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3 follows Samus, as she and other bounty hunters are sent to investigate a malfunctioning Aura unit computer. The operation ends poorly, however, thanks to the attacks by the space pirates and Dark Samus. Now infected with Phazon, Samus sets out on a mission to end the threat of Dark Samus once and for all. Now, if you don't own Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3, fear not. If you don't have a GameCube and you want to play these games, fear not. There is an awesome game in this that was graced upon this world by Nintendo and Retro Studios. It is called Metroid Prime Trilogy. It has Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 in it. All on one disc, all for the same price as a regular Wii game, $50. Metroid Prime 3 costs $50. So you can get this game that has Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 in it, all 3 games, which were rated over a 9.5 each of them, and these awesome games. You can get all 3 of them for only $49.99 plus tax. And the coolest thing about this is, it's not just it's the same game as the GameCube game. It's the same game. Metroid Prime 1 and 2 are the exact same games, but there are achievements, and there's so whenever you beat a boss, you'll get some achievement things that you can buy at the shop. That's not that awesome a feature, but it's a great new addition. The graphics are updated, so now it has more, it has better graphics. The pixel count has been increased. But there's even more. This is the most important. It has Wii controls. The same controls Metroid Prime 3 had, Metroid Prime 1 and 2 now have. You point the screen with the Wii remote, move around with the nunchuck. It is great. I tell you, I own Metroid Prime 3. I had Metroid Prime 1 and 2 for the GameCube, but then I'm like, no way. Metroid Prime Trilogy came out. Sell these, buy Metroid Prime Trilogy. It was great. It's probably the best deal I've ever done in my life. And it's just, I'm so happy I did it, and it's my favorite game in the world, Metroid Prime Trilogy. So anyways, you can buy that and play Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 in it. But after Metroid Prime 3 is Metroid 2, Return of Samus, for the Game Boy. After all the troubles caused by the Metroids, the Galactic Federation deemed the species too dangerous to exist. They sent Samus to Metroid's home world, SR388, to wipe out the creatures from existence. Here, Samus had to battle a variety of Metroid types, 40 Metroids in all, including the dreaded Queen Metroid. After exterminating the Metroids, Samus witnessed a baby Metroid hatch from an egg. A newborn thought of Samus as its mother, and Samus took the creature with her when she departed the planet. Wow, this game is getting really juicy in its story. After Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, comes Super Metroid. Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Considered by many players to be the best game in the Metroid series. In fact, one of the greatest games of all time. Super Metroid was the last third-person perspective Metroid game released on a home console. Shortly after, Samus delivered the baby Metroid to scientists at the Ceres space colony. Space pirate Ridley attacked the colony and stole the baby Metroid, prompting Samus to return to the planet Zebes in pursuit. There, Samus acquired many useful new abilities and defeated dangerous bosses before again confronting Mother Brain. During the battle, Mother Brain revealed her powerful true form and nearly killed Samus. But the baby Metroid, now fully grown, rebelled and transferred Mother Brain's power to Samus. Unfortunately, the Metroid died from Mother Brain's ferocious attack. After Super Metroid is Metroid the Other M. Not only does Metroid the Other M bridge the gap between Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, but it promises to reveal more of Samus' past. I don't have any information on this game. You have to play the game to find it out. It comes out for the Wii console in 2010, August 31st. It's going to be great. Make sure you get it. And then, Metroid Fusion. In Metroid Fusion, Samus was infected by a deadly parasite known simply as X. The cure? Surgically altering her power suit and injecting her with a serum created from a Metroid. Fused with Metroid DNA, Samus was trapped in an X-infected space station. It had to eradicate the menace before it escaped and ended intergalactic civilization. During the mission, Samus dubbed her personal computer, Adam, after her late former commanding officer, Adam Malkovich. Chronologically, this is the last game in the Metroid series. Now, I'm sure all the other Metroid games are going to have to fit somewhere in the Metroid series, but that could be the last there ever was, Metroid the Fusion. And all other games might just go in between. We don't know. But it is great. So there's the Metroid timeline.